At recent board meetings, I've heard various questions, and in some cases the need for clarification about CHA's RAD application to HUD and what that ultimately means for our residents. Our number one priority is providing the best quality of life for our residents, so I want to take this opportunity for my staff and I to answer some questions about RAD and how it will affect you. We want everyone to have the most accurate information.
What is RAD all about, and why is the CHA doing it?
RAD stands for Rental Assistance Demonstration. It's a program developed by HUD to preserve the long-term affordability and upkeep of public housing. For example, CHA may secure funding through a long-term contract for a period up to 40 years.
So in short, this means that CHA will have better financial stability to improve our housing and services for residents. It's also important to note that CHA will not give up ownership or control at any of our properties.
Also, RAD is a program that changes the funding source for CHA housing from public housing, operating and capital subsidy to Section 8 funding, or also known as the Housing Choice Voucher program. Section 8 has been funded historically at a higher rate than public housing. And because of how Congress has appropriated monies between the two programs, we determined that RAD, under Section 8, is a more secure funding stream.
And with RAD, CHA has the ability to obtain other sources of funds to finance the rehabilitation and building improvements as needed. This is not an option that's available in traditional public housing. RAD is a way to preserve and protect CHA housing over the long term.
I understand the CHA wants to do this new RAD program. As a voucher holder, I would like to know how this would affect my voucher.
It's important to note that RAD is a property-based voucher program. It does not impact residents that hold a tenant-based voucher. With that said, for public housing residents that do reside in RAD properties, RAD brings important resident benefits and retains certain benefits. For instance, residents will still pay 30% of their income towards rent. For those that are paying flat rents, rents will be adjusted over a 5-year period.
CHA will retain ownership or control of all properties under RAD. For the resident organizations, that's the CAC, the LAC, and SHAC, CHA will continue to recognize those organizations and continue to fund those organizations as we do today. There will be no rescreening of residents as a result of RAD. Our current waitlist and leasing processes remain during the RAD program, and all residents that participate in FSS will continue to be eligible to participate in the Family Self-Sufficiency Program.
There are also new benefits under RAD. Recertification will take place every 2 years. Some residents may be eligible for recertification every 3 years. Also, the ability to move changes. Residents may request a Housing Choice Voucher or a tenant-based voucher after 1 year of residing in a RAD property.
Do I have to move, and if I'm not satisfied with this program, can I move to another family housing development, or can I take a Section 8 voucher?
No resident is required to move as a result of RAD. However, there are 2 options available for people who want to choose to move. Option 1 is to move with a conventional public housing property. Option 2 is to move with a Housing Choice Voucher. But remember, no one is required to move as a result of RAD.
And I'm wondering if the CAC, the LAC, and the building block councils will remain the same.
CHA values our relationship with resident organizations. This is our CAC, LAC, and SHAC councils. As a result of RAD, there will be no change to any of those existing organizations.